is Whitney, and I am so glad you came to preschool today. We're going to learn lots of wonderful things about those things that are on our Earth and away from our Earth. We hope you have fun. We'll start talking about all those things and drawing pictures and doing stuff. It'll be fun. Here we go.
Hi guys, we have some blown up planets in the sun right here. And we thought it'd be fun to try to figure out which ones they are as just a game today. Scarlett has a little model of a space shuttle. She's going to help us fly from one to the other, and we're going to see if we get it right. So I'm thinking this one is the sun. What do you think? Now, would Scarlett want her space shuttle by the sun? Scarlett, get away from the sun. Hurry. Let's go to another planet. So if we come out from the sun, what's the first planet we see? What is it? Is it Jupiter?
No.
Earth?
No.
Mercury. So here's Mercury represented up there. So we're flying. Could we land on Mercury?
No.
What's the problem?
It's too hot.
It's still too hot. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's keep going. Here we come up on another planet that's about the size of our Earth. This one's Venus. Remember, Venus has the acidy rain and the poisonous chemicals and elements in its air. So it's not really air. It's just its atmosphere. So that's actually hotter than Mercury because it has a blanket of clouds around it that holds in all that heat. Let's get away from that, Scarlett. That's not good. Oh no, look at our little Earth planet. It's losing its air. Oh no. We have to have air. So here's our Earth. We know it has what things? Water, air, land, or ground. Wow. Too bad it looks like that. Let's fly on. Let's see what's next when we fly out.
Mars.
We come to the planet Mars. Sometimes we see it as red, but this one's showing these colors. And remember, Mars is a planet that maybe someday some of our astronauts will fly to. But it doesn't have its own air that we can breathe anyway. So we would need to take lots of things to live there. Air, food, it does have land. We need water. It doesn't have water. Okay, we continue flying through space. We come to the biggest planet in our solar system, and it's called a gas giant, isn't it? Look at the colors. Woo! Woo! It has the coolest colors, almost rainbowy stripes all around it. It's a cool planet. It's called Jupiter. It doesn't really have land unless it's way to the center core of it. It's made up of clouds and gases. So not hot though. It's kind of getting far away from our sun, isn't it? So it's getting to be colder on that one. Probably pretty cold. Let's keep going. Whoa, this one's different. This must be Pluto.
No.
Oh.
Saturn.
Neptune. Saturn? It is, it's Saturn. Saturn has the rings around it that we see. Some of the other planets have rings. Saturn is the one with the ones we can see the most easily, I think. It's also another gas giant. Remember those rings are just made out of frozen little particles and dust and little rocks.
So could you actually land on it? Like Scarlett's landed on the rings?
No,
You
can't land on that planet. It's made mostly of cloudy gases.
The rings are not
The
something
rings
you can
are
land
dusty, rocky. It'd be a hard thing. There wouldn't be anything to step on. Just floating little tiny pieces of things. So she keeps out going through space. She's getting closer to something. Sometimes appears green, sometimes bluish. This is called Uranus. Uranus, look at the picture here. It looks like a big ball of just blue air. But because of what the atmosphere around it, the gases around it are made of, they appear to be bluish or greenish when we see them. More green, they say. They will call that the green planet. And it's another gas giant, not as big as some, but it doesn't have land for us to land our space shuttle on. So Scarlett has to keep flying through space.
Oh, now it's getting really cold.
She is freezing.
She's so far away from the sun.
This is another gas giant called Neptune, and it appears blue because of what's in its atmosphere. And Neptune is a gas giant, so no land that we could land on. Looks pretty though. Wow, it's freezing though. Here we come out to our dwarf planet that we talk about in our solar system. Remember, there are other dwarf planets, but this is the one we all like the most. This is called what, Scarlett?
Pluto.
There's Pluto. So Pluto is a tiny little dwarf planet out in space, and because it's so far away, look way back there to the sun. Look how far away. Oh my goodness. We're freezing out here. You would be a popsicle kid. You could not, you wouldn't be alive. So this is Pluto. So now you've looked at those in a different way than you looked at them on the board that Miss Lonnie showed you. Just another way to think about space and to compare some of the pictures to some of these blow up things. Our poor little Earth though, we need to blow it up again. Have a good day.
Scarlett and I have been practicing not touching our face. So this is us practicing not touching our face. Stop touching your face!
We are going to do letter K. Do you remember this puppet? Kangaroo Kite. Remember, she has a little baby in her pocket. Isn't that funny? So she sings like this. Boing, boing, because she likes to jump. Boing, boing, boing. And then she flies off. Shoo, shoo, shoo. My name is Kangaroo Kite. My name starts with K. K sounds like k, k, Kangaroo Kite. K, K, K. Boing, 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 boing. Will you help us find some K's around the room? I would love to. Kids! I see lots of pictures of kids. Kids in the winter, kids in the spring, kids in the summer, kids in the fall. Kids. Starts with K, K, K. Let's see. Oh, I see K. This is week. Days of the week. Weekends in K. Just like on my tummy. No K, no K, no K, no K, no K, no K. Oh, do you see that? Letter K. Capital K, lowercase k, sound like k, k. And there's another kangaroo. She has a pocket too, but there's no baby in it. Let's keep looking. Let's find one or two more things with a K. Remember, look, there's a kite like me, but there's no kangaroo on it. Kite starts with K. K. I bet there's some things we can do that start with K. How about kicking or being kind or kissing? We can try that.
Hey, here's Miss Lonnie and her daughter doing a kick. Let's see if they can kick. That starts with K. Kick. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Look at that. They waved at us. Can you kick? Oh, now they're kissing. K, kissing. Oh, that's so funny. And let's see. Maybe they'll be kind to each other. Oh, look how kind they are. Kind starts with K. Lots of K's in our world.
We are here with Scarlett, and she's going to help us do our letter K paper. And K, our K, is for kangaroo kite. That's why we're doing this silly kangaroo on a kite. K also starts with
Kiss.
and kick and kid and kaleidoscope. Ooh, that's a big word.
I'll have to think of some words.
So she's gonna start by finding letter K's on her kite and circling them.
I trace this one.
Yeah, we trace the big ones. So there's two big ones. Trace the big ones. Okay, then you're gonna color the kangaroo. What letter does kangaroo start with again? K. And what letter does kite start with again? K. Kangaroo kite. Perfect. Okay, now she's going to turn it over. And on this side, we are going to use our scissors to cut out the letter K and the kangaroo. So she has her fingers in the right hole, right? Uh-oh.
Oh.
She's got to flip them around.
She was in a
Remember, her
hurry.
thumb goes in the smaller hole, fingers go in the bigger hole, and it's pointing away from her, not at her belly. It's pointing away. Here she goes. She's going to go really slow and stay on the line. Remember, if you go off the line, just stop and go back to the line and start over. It's okay. See? She didn't go. She went off the line, so she's going to turn her paper and go back to the line. Circles can be tricky, so just go slow. Good job, Scarlett. Now she's going to put glue on the white paper and glue on both circles.
Notice that the cutout circles aren't as big as the black line circles on her kite. So she decided on this one to put the glue inside more.
Okay, now she's going to put on these little ribbons that go on the tail of the kite. This red piece is called the tail of the kite. How silly. Like a cat tail or a dog tail. Kites have tails. So you can put a dot of glue, then she's going to stick them on this way. So it kind of looks like a ribbon on her kite tail. She has 4 of them. 1, 2, 3.
You might have 5 in your kit if Miss Jackie counted funny. So put on whatever you have.
Yeah. 4. Scarlett had 4. Now she has one last thing to put on her kite, and that's its string. She's going to get a little piece of tape. Maybe Mom and Dad can help you with this part. And she's going to tape the string to the top of her kite. That way she can run around the room and fly her kite. Perfect. Okay, you're going to stand up and fly your kite around the room.
Have some fun with your kite.
I'm eating bananas in space. They're floating all over the place. There's some by the sun and some by the moon. There's even some out by Mars. I'm eating bananas in space. Bananas. Yummy.